All right. What's happening, everybody?
What's up?
Yep, we're doing it. No point on standing on ceremony. I'm just going to go ahead and start jumping right into some maps and just start blasting and see how it goes.
So anyway, I started Blast.
I started blasting. Oh boy, that's a map with a lot of mechanics on it. Yeah, that sounds great. Go clear out this area and blast some stuff over here. I've been playing around with more stuff on the Poison Pathfinder based on some of the feedback that we've been getting over the last, what is it, day that the video's been up?
Yeah.
Something like that. These are some fast boys. Crit and move speed and more monster life. Yeah, this is a bit of a gnarly waystone, actually. Especially with all these mob types being the, like, run and jump at you super fast type of mobs anyway. Then to add in them being turbo speed. Take a Death Harp. Don't mind if I do. Just trying not to die, you know? Classic case. Alright, let's take a look at some chat while we're clearing out here. So, as for the warrior build, you know, I think you just kind of want to go bit by bit. Like, just try and upgrade your weapon. Start with whatever you can.
Looking at the last video, then you're going to only see things that are starting 90. You need to look at the videos before that.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm turning down game sound a little bit because you're getting drowned out pretty hard. That is true. You could definitely go back to some of our earlier videos in the league if you're just 70 now. That will help. Kind of show the progression of the build.
Yeah. That last video is not a leveling guide.
No, not at all.
It's a, I'm at the end, what do I do now guide.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the, like, okay, we're taking down max level bosses, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so immensely satisfying, throwing that poison burst into a giant pack of enemies and just watching them all, like, the whole screen fall over. Watching the FPS fall over is less satisfying. They gotta do something about Abyss.
Well, we do have all of that spelled out in previous videos.
Yep, that is true.
So it's not really a mystery.
An Abyss right on top of a ritual. I'm getting...
Have you tried It's No Ordinary Gas Cloud? I haven't.
You know what? Yeah, back in patch
I
0.
might, just so that I can make that joke.
This is an ordinary a gas cloud, but look out, that's no ordinary gas cloud. Who is that, Professor Putricide?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, we got a lot of stuff saved in here in the ritual. Let's just hit the rest of them, I suppose. Gas Cloud is, like, okay. It's got some upside of, like, being a bit more like Toxic Rain, where you can fire it down and it will AoE on its own. That's, like, good. I might go back to playing around with it, but it has the issue of, like, exploding instantly anytime there's any fire. Really irritating to use in those cases. Doesn't mean it's terrible, right? Like, you can use... For situations where you're, like, single target clearing, you can just use Toxic Growth to kill guys that are setting the ground on fire. But it does mean, ultimately, that, like, Oh, what is it called? The fiery ground. Flammable ground. Affix is just like a really bad one for your build, which is pretty irritating. Right now I'm playing around with using just a regular fizz bow. Had some people say like Sliver Tongue is not that great. And I mean, yeah, obviously it's like a very cheap bow that will destroy tier 15s, tier 16s really easily and then not do as much damage on bosses since it is like a level 39 unique or whatever. Alright, time to die. Yeah, he's toast. I mean, that's the thing, right? This is a 500 DPS bow, so not insanely good, but pretty good, with some gem levels and that kind of thing, and crit chance. So it definitely nukes single target a lot harder than the Sliver Tongue with its like 200 DPS or whatever.
Well, now that I'm reading, it's not very good. I don't think it's worth suffering through it to make the joke.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of the game is to have fun, but I've heard that you don't have any fun, so I don't know.
Not if I'm not playing the only meta build. Yeah. I keep getting told that too. Alright, we got, what, 2 purple hands to play with? Cool. Finish off this ritual here. All the people I see rightfully complaining about chilled ground, just like I was before switching over to Pathfinder. It just makes you want to play Pathfinder even harder. It's so good how, like, unslowable this is. As soon as they put in, what's it called? Winter Weave? Some version of that for reverse chill in this game. It's going to be all over for Pathfinder, but until then, it is great.
What luck.
Just completely ignore temp chains and slows of every flavor. Yeah, I don't know. This bow is like way more expensive and obviously has way more DPS than Sliver Tongue, but I feel like my clear is a lot slower than it was on the cheapo Sliver Tongue.
It does seem slower.
Oh yeah. Single target's better, but I think you can get around that. You know, maybe just for uber bossing, you switch over to a nice bow like so. Or maybe acidic concoction I was thinking about. Like, hey, you know, we were looking at that, thinking like, hey, what if you do something with that? Maybe for, just for like uber bossing or whatever.
This is the only hobby I've ever had in my entire life where there are a lot of what ifs.
Hypotheticals in the hobby?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure engineering or robotics is a lot of what ifs. I don't have those hobbies.
Gotta figure, yeah.
But this is the only one I've had so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this was a Delhi Mirror map. Jesus. Delhi Mirrors stay up forever in this game now. I kind of like Delhi Mirrors. I feel like emotions are worth a lot, which is just a great sentence on its own. But then you do actually get to enjoy some music that isn't just horrible Delhi fog 100% of the time you're in maps.
You don't want to listen to the same thing every single time?
Yeah, and see the hideous gray smoke all the time either. Delirium's probably the worst thing to ever happen to Path of Exile. It was definitely my least favorite league at the time that it was live.
For me, it just makes things feel like they're out of focus, and I don't like that. That's like my
Oh
biggest pet
yeah,
peeve. I don't like things that are out of focus. I'm always annoyed by them, so big hater.
true. All right, wow, 5K. That's pretty good. Pack size is not though. Uh, just doing the napkin math here. I can buy all of this. All right, cool. Defer, defer. Sure, we can do homogenizing coronation. Sure. Okay, that's a pretty good ritual. Clear out a bunch of old sticks. And now we hit the 2 breach hands, and then we do the expedition, and then we're out of this place. This is a very full map. Where are the guys in the breach? Okay. Alright. This feels like this breach is about to close any second now. Not a terribly productive 1 breach, but that's okay. We got another one in the map to look for. Yeah, freeze them in's nice. I do like those clusters at the bottom of the tree. Or the, whatever, the passives at the bottom of the tree that let you be, like, ailment immune to certain things based on your support gems and, like, give you some bonuses. Like, that's cool. We've been looking at some crossbow build stuff, and it seemed fun, but then I did a couple of acts, and the first act crossbows felt very fun, and then after that, it kind of, it really slowed down and, like, turned into a keybind bonanza. Definitely don't want to make them immune to chaos damage. Okay, that looks pretty decent. Pop it up. There we go. Nice boom, boom, boom. Bit of a fake out from Gwenin. He says the line that all the monsters are dead, but we got a bunch of Beyond demons hanging around. Yeah, I do feel that way about Pathfinder. Like, it's really not that great of an ascendancy. It only works for poison, but boy, oh boy. It feels so good. Alright, let's just focus on clearing out as much as we can out of this breach. Where's the spread? I thought that surely that guy would get killed by the poison spread. There's really only like 2 map mods that I feel like are particularly gross on this build, and that would be like more life, just because, you know, anytime monsters have more life is kind of annoying. And then reduce extra damage from crits on monsters, like that's pretty gross. For the same reason, makes them all super tanky. What have we got here? A couple of useless uniques, like Hosadai, probably not even 1x. Yeah, it's junk. Feel like I had a couple of decent drops in here to pick up, and then we can get out. On to the next. On to the next. Okay. I'm not sure if there's reverse chill in the game yet. I don't know. I also don't think I have a Death Star hanging around, so we'll just hang on to that for fun, maybe.
I serve.
Bit of junk. I always like to roll my tabs beforehand and save myself the time of sorting them out later. Probably not the most efficient way to do it. Just dump everything as soon as you get back to your hideout, but whatever. Okay, let's try the next map with Sliver Tongue. See how that clear feels by comparison. And then also, what are we doing here? So I was doing Overextend for playing with Sliver Tongue, so it would actually do more damage on the Poison Burst Arrow. And we can keep that going. I know this is going to feel worse because this is a reduced extra damage from crits map, so monsters are going to feel more tanky with me not running a bigger, harder hitting bow, but you know, whatever. Oh yeah, I mean, crossbows feel really good early on. Maybe the best feeling weapon type in the campaign. Maybe maces. Definitely not staffs. Alright, that was quick. Yeah, I feel like this clear is a lot better. Really, what is the advantage that you get out of Sliver Tongue? You get Fork and Pierce and a super high amount of crit, basically. So, like, you could just run Fork support on a high damage weapon, and that would, like, kind of work. Find some stuff to kill. That does feel good, though. Getting it to fork and then permanently pierce whenever you're firing into a big crowd, it causes the Poison Burst Arrow to, like, hit every mob, basically. And then it splashes, so now they're, like, fully stacked. That's pretty undeniable. I don't know, maybe I go try Gas Cloud at some point. Alrighty, let's just keep clearing, then I'll make my way back to that ritual in a second here. Nice. I kind of feel like, in a sense, Plague Bearer is Gas Cloud. I don't know. I might try playing around with it here in a second, like after this map, just see what it feels like. Where's that last guy? Oh, all right, there we go. Yeah, overrun with Abyss monster maps feel pretty good, especially on a build that has really good proliferation, like a nice Herald of Ice, or obviously any sort of poison Pathfinder build's gonna feel great in that.
Hail!
I could definitely be convinced to go back to Gas Arrow if it, like, clears good, because I do like ground targeting more than, as you can see, missing with my arrows a whole bunch. So, we'll see here in a second. I'll like, roll up a Gas Arrow and after this map and just see. And if it stinks, it stinks, and if it doesn't, then neato. Weird expedition location is stuck up in the corner here.
Some worthy baubles.
Oh, I was saying everything's fine, Labubu.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for checking. It's very helpful to have somebody who can, you know, monitor audio and make sure I'm not just speaking into the void. Because we certainly wouldn't want that, how would we?
Somebody. Kind of my job.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It is. An irreplaceable, vital person who makes everything work. And make sandwiches from time to time.
I do make sandwiches in the office, that's true. I am an avid coffee and sandwich maker in the office.
The master of grilled cheese, too.
Thank you, thank you.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of my biggest issues with clearing on this build, like, quickly, really boil down to, missing. With arrows, so yeah, I don't know. That is a big advantage, now that I think about it, that is a big advantage that, like, Gas Arrow would provide, is being able to, God, I really hope it works, damage-wise, is being able to just, like, not even think about Fork or Pierce or anything like that. I really wanted Gas Arrow to work back in patch 0.1, but it didn't have enough support for poison outside of just doing poison directly. Alright, let's do this last ritual of the map. The tribute on this map has been horrible. Alright. How we doing today? What you been up to today? Okay, let's see how this boss goes. I don't even know which fight this is. Oh, this is, what's her name? From Expedition in PoE 1. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is the fundamental issue with Sliver Tongue, right? Is the damage itself, the direct damage is pretty poor. Especially when an enemy's running around, it's pretty tough to actually hit them. Which you're getting all the damage you can out of Plague Bearer, and like that's acceptable. It's not like this is a it's not like this is a good map, right? The reduced extra damage from crits is like pretty gross. And the fact that this boss is like so difficult to hit also does not help. Okay. That was a little sloppy, but it is dead. We'll check this, and then we'll go back to that expedition that I moved past earlier. Nice. Exalted Orb rank 2. It's only like 3 exalts or whatever, but it feels okay. We can defer that, and then I think rather than re-rolling and having like no tribute left, I think we just buy the rest, and then that's that. Now we go back to that previous expedition that I guess I never hit go on, and check that out. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, bringing Toxic Rain to PoE 2, or at least trying. Right.
It's not perfect.
No, it certainly isn't. Nothing is.
It isn't as relaxing.
No. Although, little in PoE 2 is as relaxing as PoE 1. For now. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, that's another map in the books. Yeah, I definitely feel like the old Sliver Tongue clears better, but then doesn't boss nearly as well, which is, you know, kind of what we all figured. Looking like a good bit of junk, and then this helm, not looking so much like junk. I'm sure you could roll that up into something good. I'm not going to bother, so we'll just list it. And more junk.
Totally unrelated, but do you remember how many hertz that other MX mic is?
That's a good question. No.
I don't remember what model number it is.
Neither do I. 990, 970? Something like that?
Alright.
Let me take a look here. I'm looking up microphones in the old Amazon history. MXL, the old mic that we used to use. MXL 990. Pretty good budget mic. Would recommend.
Very much, Healy. Very much like the comment. Good joke.
Yeah,
That's
that's right.
That's what we should have. Maybe we should have called it that. The YouTube comment Toxic Rain.
True.
Instead of Minefield.
That is a good name. I'm not sure how I missed it.
They're both good names.
Yeah, that's true. They are. Okay. Let's go ahead and gas. Let's just go ahead and throw
YouTube
together a
comment
gas arrow.
Defile for the WoW one.
True. Defile, yeah.
The gift that just keeps giving.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it really does. Gas arrow. All right. Right, I forgot the downside with gas arrows. You really want to hit multiple times, so you really want to have multiple proj on gas arrow. Oh, I don't know that I'm going to love this. Slot that away elsewhere, and then what do we use? I think we have to use the multiple proj skill for gas arrow. Oh yeah, okay. This may not wind up being very good. I know that's not the move, but boy, that is pretty satisfying to just run around blasting a cloud of gas arrows everywhere.
Like regular life?
Yeah, just like regular life, just walking around in a green cloud.
I've seen some people at Walmart doing that.
Oh, tell me about it. Does not hit, but poisons enemies is so hitting. Gains more radius per second. Works exactly like we thought. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we don't want that. What is it called? Just more projectiles. Is it just multi-shot? Yep. Less damage is not great, but additional projectiles, less skill speed. I mean, you know, whatever. Like that's the cost of doing business. And then for single target, you're throwing toxic growths and blasting anyway. So I think that's a move. Here, we'll try it out at least. And if it really stinks, we can switch back to Poison Burst Arrow, I suppose. It does give some D3. Multi-shot. Yeah.
What is it? I serve.
I don't even need to ID that. I know that's junk. Now you're talking. Yeah, if you could get bleed and poison overlapping, like that would be the move. All right. Reduce extra damage from crits again. I feel like this mod is on every single map. I know that it literally isn't, but it sure does feel like it sometimes. Yeah, I've had that same issue with ascendancy points. Like you switch to the ascendancy, and then like a couple minutes later, you realize you haven't actually put any points in. Yeah. All right. What supports did I put in? Did I put in Bursting Plague on Gas Arrow? No, mobility and rapid attacks, mobility, half deadly poison. We could do maybe Bursting Plague then instead of mobility. It'll obviously make us slow down, but it will give us the pops. Oh yeah, Gas Arrow, what? It can't leech, huh? Alright, it's not looking too great for Gas Arrow after all.
Womp womp.
Yeah, I tried it. Yeah, Gas Arrow can't leech. Wow, what a bummer. So then you have to either get like a massive amount of mana regen or chug Flask all the time, both of which suck. Nope, just no mana leech. So you have to do like all of your mana regen through toxic growth and poison, and like that's great for single target, but doing that over and over again in a map is just no good. Alright, well, it was worth it to try and find out, I suppose. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and swap this now rather than suffer through Chug and Flask every 2 seconds for the rest of the map. I don't feel like Nova Projectiles is gonna be the play for anything, though. Alright, Deadly Poison, Heft, and Rapid Attacks all feel right on the primary skill, like no matter what. you got to do it. Then, you know, multi-shot, I think that's definitely not happening, so we can drop that. Fork I did play around with when you're not running the Sliver Tongue. It felt pretty good. We do like Fork and Mobility. You can do Fork and Bursting Plague, then you'll get decent like clear out of that. Throw the multi-shot down here as well, since I'm gonna... Oh, nope, can't do that. Okay. Alright, let's run and gun like this and see how the forks work out. Yeah, I mean, it does kind of give you that same feel that you get out of Sliver Tongue, where you have Fork and Pierce working together to just give you, like, tons and tons of Poison Burst Arrow explosions in packs. Like, that works pretty well. And we could do Bursting Plague instead of Mobility. You'll move a little slower while you're running and gunning, but then things pop when they die. Feels pretty awesome. And, like, I did try playing around with just Mobility and Bursting Plague. Gave some pops. And Poison Proliferation. But as you can see, like, it's not clearing through the pack. So that, I think, is where a lot of the bad feel comes from. So maybe we just drop Mobility. Just like, you know, it's a little bit slower when you shoot. Not the end of the world. You're still getting running assault, so you're still incredibly fast. What do you think? Think this makes sense?
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm trying things.
Well, we had a lovely day yesterday, so today's going pretty good. We got some pretty hopeful news yesterday. We'll see if it comes to fruition in the future, but some pretty hopeful news.
That's true. It's nice to be positive.
Yep.
Nice change of pace.
Yep. Things have been rough.
Yeah.
Been a tough year.
Yeah, definitely not a great year on a personal level, but that's okay. Video games have
Getting
been
better.
fun. Yeah, video games have been fun, you know, start bad, finish good. That's the hope here.
Yeah.
It's always gaming. Just seek solace in video games.
Exactly. I don't know why you play PoE 2 to do that. I heard it isn't fun, so...
Yeah, I keep being told I'm having no
This
fun at
joke's
all.
never gonna get old for me just because of how many times we read it. Literally hundreds of times we have been told in the comments that this game is not fun. I don't know why people need to leave that comment. I don't know who that comment's for. I guess
Yeah,
they're just
themselves, I
voicing
think.
the things they're frustrated with or whatever, but I don't watch videos about games I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't
no
know.
kidding. I think I said this before, but whatever, it bears repeating. I used to love NBA 2K. Loved it. Spent literally thousands of hours playing that game. It sucks now. The right way to play the game is to have one player on the team shoot 45 threes a game and everybody else just rebounds. It's boring. It sucks. So I don't think about NBA 2K at all. I haven't thought about NBA 2K in years until trying to think of something to compare this to.
And leaving messages to tell them you hate it?
Yeah, I'm not going to, like, whoever's pretty good at NBA 2K, like, going to their YouTube channel
Tell
and
them
being
the
like,
games that
yeah,
they
you're
like
not
suck."
having fun shooting 45 threes a game. This sucks. You're not having a good time. I haven't done that once. I wasn't even on the schedule for me. I get it. I do. I'm sympathetic. I understand what it is. They wanted PoE 2 to be something other than what it is to them right now. And they're mad because they're disappointed because they had high expectations that then this wound up being something different from what they wanted. And I think that what this is great, but it's like, it just is something else from what they wanted it to be. And that made them mad. And their response is to tell us about it in the YouTube comment section. And that is where I am not sure what's going on, because we don't make it still.
Diffusion.
We still don't work at GGG.
No.
Neither of us. Even if we did,
No.
we definitely wouldn't be designing the game.
I'd be in tech support, and you'd probably be in video creation.
Video production. Yeah. Realistically, I think that means that I'd be like making all the videos for the MTXs and maybe doing like a little bit of light editing on trailers or something, yeah. But mostly it's just like, yeah. I'd be making a million videos for MTXs, showing them off in different lights on different characters. Which doesn't sound too bad as far as work goes.
No.
Yeah, this is working. This setup is working. Getting body blocked by immune rare minions is not cool. I don't like that at all. But the rest of this is working pretty good. All right, and that's the end of that breach. And I missed a ritual somewhere. 2 chaos, not bad. Here it is. Cool, thank God I didn't have to backtrack all over the universe. I think I also missed some stuff to the north. Very important whenever you're doing ritual. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this PSA, but I do in every video we ever make about ritual, and I'm gonna in the next video that we do about ritual. Don't forget to open the window and buy all the stuff you want, or defer it or whatever, before you leave the map and shut it down. Did that last night. No idea what I missed. Probably a mirror. It's like the last map of the night, too. I was like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. And laying in bed like 20 minutes later. Oh, I never bought anything in that last ritual. Oh, man. It's been too long. It's toast. Terrible feeling.
You're laying in bed thinking about that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Alright.
What are you laying in bed thinking about?
Nothing. By the time I'm going to bed, that's it. The day is over. I am asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, pretty decent referral. Do I just buy these or do I defer them as well and go to the next page and hope that there's stuff to defer? That I can afford to defer. That's the thing, because Omen of Sinistral, Crystallization, and Greater Exalt cost what they cost. 1,500 to defer, something like that. I should have bought those things and not gone to the next page, but we're gonna do it. Okay, 714 and 282. Oh, not nearly as bad as feared. 147 and 42, and that leaves a little left over to defer this guy. All right, cool. Yeah, I think you're right, ultimately, Ola. Like, I think a lot of the people who are upset are really mostly upset because this is so much more like, I don't know, slow and methodical, Dark Souls-y than they wanted it to be. They wanted it to be a lot faster early. And then, I guess you could argue that, like, the issue is the game gets too fast at the end when you're just full screen clearing. I don't see how that's a problem, right? And it's not like there's 1 or 2 builds that can do that. You know, there are warrior builds that are out there, full screen clearing with Herald of Ice and stuff, so roll up a couple more maps here. Not even looking at what is on them, just go, go, go. Hope it's not reduced extra damage from crits. I was going to change something before I went into the next map, but I've forgotten what it was, so it's probably fine. I was going to dump this gas arrow back into the stash, because it's toast. Yeah, oh well, we tried with the gas arrow. It wasn't great. That's okay. I do wonder if maybe some version of toxic growth would benefit from running overextend instead of like one of these skills, but clearly not that. Or that. Or long fuse. So then what? Arakali's Lust? That's 30% more damage. There's no way that overextend is going to add 30% more damage, so I guess the answer is just no. Waystones are useful. They could add more of them, or maybe even like... I don't know that they really want to go full Diablo 3 and let you just teleport to the Waystones just from anywhere in the map, but it doesn't seem like a bad idea. I see that comment in the Discord from... Oh, hold on. I could shoot down there into the terrain. That's pretty cool. See how far that arrow can go. Oh, now it's hitting straight below me.
I don't have enough mana.
Where's the furthest point in the terrain that I can shoot to? Nope, it's just shooting them all directly down now. Nice. Alright. That was a bit of dumb fun. Yeah, the comment in the Discord saying that, like, Poison Pathfinder really just feels like a great mapper. It's just innately unpopular for some reason. Or rather, innately great as a, like, clearing type of deal, and then bad
Ancient contraption.
just in terms of popularity for whatever reason. I feel like, what is it called? Bursting Plague is just so good for clear. Like, you fire a poison skill of any flavor onto an enemy, they get a big poison buildup on them, and then they explode and clear everything out. It basically is like a cultist pops or whatever, even though it doesn't look like it. It effectively is giving like that kind of clear. Alright, 2 chests in 1 room. That's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, I think that ultimately is the issue, is people saw all of the hype and frenzy happening around Deadeye in the run-up to the League, and they just convinced themselves that absolutely nothing else in the game can be as good as Deadeye. And undeniably, nothing can move as fast in a straight line as Deadeye, as long as there's nothing slowing it and you're not using any skills along the way. But Pathfinder running and shooting the whole way, Pathfinder is faster than Deadeye. If there's chilled ground, Pathfinder is faster than Deadeye. It's faster than any other ascendancy in the game. And the same goes for running, or, you know, running and gunning. Like, if you're running and shooting the whole way, Pathfinder's faster. The only things that are going to move and clear faster than a Pathfinder, what would be like cast on crit builds, like cast on crit arc that are using cast on crit, or cast on ailment arc and lightning warp. Like, I've seen the blood mages playing that build, the insane lightning warp spam where they just teleport through maps. Like, that's sick. Well, that was our one breach for that map. Okay.
Barely broke a sweat.
Terrible map to have a breach, honestly. This is a terrible map in general. I don't know what I was thinking doing this layout. I mean, I guess that's a legitimate criticism of PoE too. Like, I like the variety, not just locking into dunes forever. I do feel like I get less bored. But it does ultimately come at, like, there's less control over what you're doing. And you do have to run terrible map layouts that you hate, like this, or Augury, or Mire.
I need more mana.
Alright, after how long that last map boss took with the, with it dodging, ducking, dipping, diving, and dodging all over the place, and then using the sliver tongue, now I want to find me a big fat map boss that I can just nuke with this bow. Alright, there appear to be no teleporters in this neck of the woods, and I just want to make sure there's not a ritual over here so I don't get forced to backtrack a million years. Another valid criticism. There could have definitely been some sort of teleporter around here somewhere. This is a terrible spot for a ritual. Look at how tiny this little space is. Yeah, wider layouts would be nice. Augury is way less bad than it was in patch 0.1. People definitely, like, lock in on Augury from 0.1 as being, like, the current version of it when they're getting mad about it, and it is not anywhere near as bad.
Return to the earth.
It's not even really like it was some horrible war crime when it was Augury 0.1 either. Like, you hit the switch, it takes like a couple of seconds. It's cringe. Not life-ruining. Well, that got melted. Alright. $26.31. That's it. That's not very good. 588, 1319. I think I can just buy all of this and buy this Greater Exaltation, and that'll be that. We'll just clear this table and defer the one, and then there we go. Wipe my hands of this bad map. Oh, I would definitely agree with that. I think Ritual, yeah. Ritual and Breach. Hold on, let's stop and think about it. Okay, Delirium's fine in any map layout. An Expedition is fine in any map layout, but it's definitely better if the maps are more spread out. But then, like, Breach, awful in, like, tiny little twisting hallway maze maps. And Ritual, same deal. Like, if they were wider maps, sure. But yeah, with the map layouts we have, 2 of the 4 League mechanics are real bad. XP gain. Roll these up real quick. Let's take a look around. Do we have any towers nearby? No, not really. This tower up here would overlap with just like a couple of maps here, so not really. We do have a tower and a corrupty spot over here. And a tower and a corrupty spot over here. And again. I felt like we had another corrupted tower around here too, but I think it was this one. I did it already. Okay, let's just do some maps in this area. See if I can get anything fancy going on. Like, get any good breaches. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this map. Sitting here enjoying a Cherry Coke Zero. I'm feeling very, very nice. What have we got here? Boss, Delirium, Expedition, and Breach. Alright. Pretty full map. Not absolutely packed, but pretty full. 69% increased rarity.
I need more mana. An easy trophy.
Not gonna say no to that, of course. Huh, where's my treasure chest? I guess it must be elsewhere.
Come on now. Don't got all day.
What's up, Tujin? Alright, let's blast this expedition up a bunch. Ow. Nice, now we're moving. Look at that acceleration shrine go.
Scratching up some treasure chests.
Meet your end.
Couple of big boys trapped in the corner. Alright, I was thinking about it. I feel like Cherry used to dominate the soda landscape as, like, the additive for, like, let's take this thing that's existed for a while, that was, like, the standard thing. We're gonna make it fun. We're gonna make it good and fun and interesting. What are we gonna do to achieve that? We're gonna add Cherry. What do you think? Cherry Dr. Pepper, Cherry Coke, obviously. Cherry Pepsi, because Pepsi are naturally just followers trying to do whatever Coke did. Well, they're the perfect embodiment of, oh, that's pretty successful. Let's do that. Let's do that. Mountain Dew Code Red. A top 5 cherry themed citrus soda.
Suffer.
But you don't actually see a lot of cherry sodas around now, do you? When's the last time you just had a cherry soda? They even make cherry Fanta? Is that a thing? I know they make strawberry and pineapple and orange.
Cheerwine.
Cheerwine exists. It's a regional beverage. Regional, native to the Carolinas. I'm sure there's what, like IBC Black Cherry, which isn't exactly the same thing.
No.
We're really stretching, you
Saw
know?
that
We're really,
yesterday
yeah,
at a grocery store.
yeah. Oh, that's usually where you find products, like sodas.
Well, you could find them at a gas station.
You
could
got
see them
me.
at a restaurant.
All right, I
have
have
them in
seen
your
cheerwine in a
refrigerator.
restaurant. True, you can see them
Oh,
in
Pepsi
my hand.
Mango Pepsi Mango is one of the worst combinations of flavors out there. It is disgusting. It is all the worst parts of Pepsi's cola nut and all the worst part of the musk that a pineapple has.
Mango.
That's what I meant. A mango. Yeah,
Although Pepsi Pineapple sounds horrible to me too.
does sound horrible as well. That's true. Yeah,
Too weak.
yeah.
Too slow.
Yeah, we have Wawa here. We have Wawa here. We actually have a drive-through Wawa here.
Oh, that's true. Drive-through only. It only exists as like a drive-through convenience store. Weird. I was gonna say I haven't been in it, which is true.
It's not in our city. It is nearby, and we would need to do some driving to get there.
And
But it
at
is-
that point, why?
We live in the Tampa Bay area of Florida, which if you know anything at all about Florida, that can encompass 3 to 5 counties depending on who's judging. But yes, there is a drive-through Wawa in the Tampa Bay area, and we could drive there and try it, but we haven't.
I haven't been in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. But we have lots of regular Wawas all over the place here. You know what we don't have all over the place in Florida? We do have a couple,
Kroger.
but they're not... No. Well, with that, we don't have Kroger all over, but we also don't have Buc-ee's.
Oh no. That's like more
Oh, and
middle
what's the other
America,
one?
isn't it?
What's the other one that's all over the north as well, that has, like, the little mascot that's fun?
Oh man, I don't remember. All I can remember is Wawa.
What's the other one? Oh, Sheep.
Oh, I forgot about Sheets. I would love for
Yeah,
that
and
tree
we
to
don't,
not
and
be
we
in the
don't
way.
have Quick Trip either. We did actually
Oh,
have Quick
yeah.
Trip when I first moved to Florida a very, very long time ago because I'm ancient now. But we don't have
Yeah.
Sheep, and we don't have Quick Trip.
I grew up in rural Georgia, a town of couples of
Wallet
thousands of
either.
people, and we did have Quick Trip in my neck of the woods growing up, and most of my friends worked in Quick Trip growing up.
It's funny because we don't have Stewart's shops anywhere here, but we have Stewart's cream sodas and other beverages sold almost everywhere here.
That's true. And they are a product you can buy. I'm not a huge fan of Stewart's
Oh, I love
sodas.
their orange cream.
You know what? I haven't had it in a while. Maybe it's good, but all the rest of the sodas I've had from Stewart's, I remember very specifically being like, this tastes good, not enough carbonation. And I don't know what you do with that. I don't know what you do with
It's supposed to
that.
be carbonated, really?
Yeah, gently carbonated.
So evidently there is a Buc-ee's in St. Augustine, which just blows my mind that you would put one in the most historic city of Florida. One in Daytona Beach, that doesn't shock me at all. NASCAR fans all day long.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's it.
Huh.
That's it.
Weird.
Oh, no, wait. There's one in Destin. There's one in Destin.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense as a place to
but
put
that's
that
right
kind
on
of thing,
the cusp
too.
of Mississippi and Alabama, so
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Let's fender some more junk here, and then jump back in and grab the rest of the trash. Yeah.
80,000 square feet is too many.
Wow, that is a lot of space.
There's a Walmart here. There's a Walmart. Where is that? Over in St. Petersburg, I think. That is a quarter-mile long.
It's too long.
Yeah.
It's entirely too long. I don't think any of the rest of these bases are worth anything. We can take a look at this one. It is not. I'll get some gold
That
out of it.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that does make sense.
I have many services.
I know they're opening another Buc-ee's that they're building right now in Florida. I'm just shocked that they're not like. Honestly, I'm surprised we don't have more Costco's. This area only has like one Costco, which is just so weird. But we have like four Sam's Clubs, I think.
I would love more Costco's, just as kind of a general
Yeah, we
thing.
just saw a new location that we were like, oh, they just bought that location and they're clearing down the building there. Costco? Costco? Costco?
Wouldn't that be
Costco.
nice? Go in there, get a chicken wrap, chicken bake, whatever it is.
Chicken bake.
Get a nice pizza. Although I'm okay with the Sam's Club pizza, actually. I like me a cheap
Pretty good.
slice. Yeah.
You will be remembered as a traitor and
Suffer.
a tyrant.
Okay, Ocala is where the next Buc-ee's is opening next.
Ah, that's not close enough.
That's not too far from us, though. Ocala's only like an hour and 10 minutes from us.
Yeah, but do you want to drive an hour to go to a convenience store?
After I read about those pretzels and those other things and saw Babish reviewing them, yes. Yes, I do.
All right, I'll walk an hour to the gas station to get a pretzel. How about that? I'm gonna walk really slow,
Alright,
like
you heard
30
it here,
foot.
folks. If you don't see Will Harold for a while, he's walking to the gas station.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk real slow, like 30, 40 miles an hour.
Oh.
Just nice and slow, steady, leisurely pace.
Alright.
Yeah. Pop, pop. You tried your best.
Oh, I was wrong. There's actually one coming to Ocala, Fort Pierce, and Tallahassee.
Oh, all right,
All
Tallahassee, nice and close.
Close to nothing.
Yeah.
Guys, we could drive for about 7 hours and still be in Florida.
Yeah, this place is too big. And the
Actually,
shape
we
of
could
it is
drive
stupid.
For 9.5 or 10 hours and still be in Florida.
That's true.
Just
And not
heading
in
north or
circles. I mean, you could drive in circles
No,
for
not
like
in
40 or 50 hours and still be in Florida. That's technically true. The best kind of true, but... Hold on, let me circle back on that soda discussion. Okay, so the worst soda I've ever had, hands down, as a soda
Moxie.
expert, self-proclaimed soda expert, is considerably worse than Moxie. I took a picture of myself pouring it out and thumbs downing it and posted on social media and then probably deleted it at some point, and that would be Hot Cinnamon Pepsi. Don't know why I thought it would be good. I guess I didn't, but I thought, like, let's try this out and see if it's gross. First sip. Gross. Confirmed.
I think Hot Cheeto Mountain Dew was my, like, least favorite.
I didn't even bother. I knew it was going to be bad. I
Yeah,
saw
well,
that
I
gas
tried it,
stations
and I
were
told
giving it
you
away
it
for
isn't
free.
good. I said it isn't good.
Oh, a
There's
chance
been a bunch of them
shard.
that have been oversweet too, especially Mountain Dew flavors that have been really oversweet. Even in the zero version, they're like
Yeah,
really amped
true.
up the sweetness to the point of where you're like the Major Melon. I know
Nice.
a lot of people like Major Melon, but I just thought it tasted way too sweet.
I hated Major Melon. That was my least favorite Mountain Dew flavor I think they've ever done.
I liked the blackberry citrus that they did for the War Within collaboration with Blizzard.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I like that one a lot, actually. We had that around for a bit.
Oh yeah, we had Oreo Coke as well. It actually does taste like Oreos and Coca-Cola. It's a very weird soda. It's not a soda I would buy to, like, drink with something. It's a soda I tried as a novelty. I was
Yeah.
like, what is this garbage that we've created? Okay, I'll try it.
It was what? Oreo, Coke Zero, and then Coke Zero Oreos, and it did taste like Coke Zero more than regular Coke, which I was very much into, because I am a Coke Zero main now. That's my main. Everything else is an alt. Yes. Yeah, I liked them more than she did, I think. They got the Larold 2 thumbs up seal of approval. Both of my thumbs.
Oh, Black Cherry is not weird at all to me. Black Cherry has been around since before my parents were born. We've had Black Cherry soda, so...
But it's not like it's common.
I mean, IBC has been making it, I think, for over 45 years, so...
And credit to the International Bottling Company. They do a great job making products,
It is
making
tasty.
sodas. I like
People
it.
like it more than their root beer.
I was going to say the exact opposite. I think it's not my favorite of their sodas, but it's been a minute since I've had an IBC product, so I don't know.
I would agree with the non-sugar sweeteners being made to taste more sweet than sugar. However, that's not true of all of them. I'm a super taster person, so I have a lot of trouble with artificial sweeteners and their aftertastes, but there's only like one that I'll even really drink now.
Yeah. You know, I always heard that growing up. That was like one of those little things that people would say, you know, like, Don't you know that artificial sweetener is a bajillion times sweeter than regular sugar? As though it's a bad thing, you know, like it's oh, and thus you shouldn't drink it because it's evil. It's made by the devil because it's so sweet. You should really only have brown rice and water. But they just use less of it. It's not really like it's interesting that it's 500 times sweeter than sugar or whatever. I just don't see how that's bad.
Speak. What do you need?
So, I like
Take our
Equal.
gold
I was
and
always
go.
told it tasted worse than Sweet and Low or Stevia or whatever, but Equal is what they use for all of the like no sugar, artificially sweetened yogurts
Someone
and
is
all that
bound to
stuff,
buy them.
and
Yeah.
yeah. So to me, it tastes most closely to sugar. I also learned a trick from Arizona Beverage Company. They make
Love
their
them.
diet blueberry tea with Splenda, but they add a dash of honey. Not enough to count it in their calories, but it counteracts the off taste of their sweeteners. So I think it's pretty good.
Slap it up with some crap. Nope, this is garbage now. Alright, I tried.
Many, sir.
Thank you for coming to my beverage TED Talk. I appreciate it.
Our two-headed beverage TED Talk. Look, sodas are good. Oh, what is the fake sugar in the pink packets? That would be saccharin, which is
Low,
sweet and
yeah.
low.
Yep,
That's my
saccharin.
favorite in terms of flavor, I think.
Nah.
It is the one of the, what, like, 4 main ones that is, like, yeah, not good for you. Not great for you. You have to have a lot of it for it to be bad, but I did look into it a bit.
Collect more otherworldly remnants.
You know. Like to make jokes about what ladies in the 80s were coming up with the idea that Diet Coke is bad for you. Diet Coke, a fundamentally perfect thing. It's bad for you.
I actually
I
think
disagree.
that Coke Zero is the only zero that tastes even remotely like its original beverage.
I would agree with
It
that.
tastes very similar to it. It's still not exactly it, obviously, but it's very similar.
Dr. Pepper Zero is definitely not like
So anyway,
the real
Path of
McCoy.
Exile.
Oh, it's a game.
Yeah.
When are they gonna have a Soda Mancer? Yeah. Now that's a
Soda
character
Mancer.
name. Now that's a character name.
Quick, I'm making it right now.
Yep. What is this character? Baja Blast Rain Cloud. Yeah. Really more like Baja Blast Arrows or something, but you know, I think that character name's already taken. Maybe by me, you never know. No,
Well,
Baja
we don't
Blast
drink any
Bolts
full
is.
sugar soda. I know people
Not
are starting
anymore.
to get an idea that we're like 400 pounds and stuck at home, but no,
No.
we don't drink any regular soda.
I love soda so much that I had to compromise on sugar in order to continue enjoying it.
True.
I just like it. That's all. I just think it tastes good.
True.
I see that abyssal depths. We're gonna go jump in that hole in a second here. Right now, it's time. I would definitely be on board for PoE2 being sponsored by Coke Zero. That'd be pretty sweet. I like Pepsi. I grew up in Coca-Cola country. I like them both. I think there's a place for both of them at my table. I don't know about Sunset's feelings on Pepsi at the moment. I know she doesn't like it as much as Coca-Cola.
I was born and raised in an area that also served Pepsi. I was born in the north, but now that I live in Florida and I've been drinking Coke most of my life, because I've spent more time here than where I was born, I would definitely say I would take a Coke any day over a Pepsi. But I'll drink Pepsi if I must.
Yeah, if you must. Nice.
The problem is that tea, getting tea here in the U.S., which I know not everywhere serves iced tea, but here in the U.S., iced tea is huge, and not everywhere is reliable for iced tea. Some places use a powder to make their iced tea, which is an abomination, and other places use actual brewing, but they use really bad tea. So, you know, it's just better to rely on soft drinks that are calibrated by a manufacturing plant.
Oh yeah, that is ultimately I think the reason why I like sodas because of the reliability and also the taste and the carbonation and sweetness and stuff. But you know the steady reliability is pretty nice.
I'm actually drinking tea right now. I cold brew tea every day. It's something I started these last 2 months, I think. I mean, I've cold brewed tea in the past, but I just started doing it like reliably every single day.
And then doing the Arizona trick of mixing in a bit of honey.
Yep, I
Doesn't
use
hurt.
artificial sweeteners and just a dash of honey, and it takes away the aftertaste.
I like bees. Honey's pretty great.
We do not suffer and live. We thrive.
Damn, that thing died instantaneously upon getting back up. Never stood a chance.
Well, the game's not released yet, so there's still time for us to convince them to bring Toxic Rain to this game.
You're not wrong.
All right, you heard it here, folks. Start flooding the forums. Let's go.
I mean, look, it's definitely possible that like some of these skills that already are Toxic Rain adjacent could be more Toxic Rain like. Gas Arrow could be a little better. He's good. Big fan of the Camellia sinensis plant. Believe that's the name for it. Showing off my big brain, not just simply that I looked up the Wikipedia for it one time and maybe remembered it correctly. Yeah.
Suspicious.
I like me all kinds of tea. Oolong? Yes, sir. Green, black. Rooibos, which is an even tea. It's a
No, I want
different
to learn
thing.
about Canadian tea. I've asked to be told about Canadian tea. I've visited Canada several times actually, but I need to know about Canadian tea. Or why American tea is confusing to Canadian.
I'd like to
actually what
know.
I'm seeking.
That's an interesting subject. I like to know about other countries and other people's
I can
soda
understand
and
why
beverage
British
habits.
people find our tea confusing because we ice it, and most of it is not Assam black tea.
Oh, true.
I wish it was.
I wouldn't say no. Nice cup of Darjeeling or Assam or whatever, yeah. What did I leave over here? Oh, I left an invitation to a trial that I don't want to do. Yep.
Oh, we have some of that in the studio tea cabinet, actually. Lemon zinger.
Oh, I like that stuff, yeah.
Where did Andy go? I need him to tell me about Canadian tea.
Yeah, I want to learn. I like learning
Leave
about
me hanging,
people's
Andy.
beverage habits.
Oh, that our iced tea isn't from a can. Oh, do you guys drink brisk there? Is that why? Do you drink like brisk or Lipton or...
I'm not going to tolerate any brisk slander. It's pretty good.
I'm not saying brisk is bad. I'm just saying, is that why it's confusing? We brew our tea and then ice it, or we brew it cold, or some people brew it in the sun, which is not really a
not great
practice. It does allow bacteria to grow if you're not careful, but
great way to get
my
sick.
mother did it all through my childhood, and I'm still here. So,
Mine too.
I might have some brain damage, but we're just gonna move past that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I also drank from a garden hose, but in my defense, in Chicago, the water is very cold coming out of that garden hose. Not a lot of opportunity for things to grow in it. Whereas here in Florida, the water coming out of a hose is 77 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like, I don't know, roughly 30 degrees Celsius, something like that.
Perfect bacteria growing temperature. All right, I've picked
Yeah.
up too much crap.
Oh, it's 26 degrees Celsius. That was close.
All right. It might be time to think about turning my loot filter strength up another notch. There's a well on the property that we're at right now, but well water in Florida is full of iron, enough to stain pavement showers, you, Yeah,
it's got a lot.
clothing, whatever. Yeah,
First,
Florida's not a great like. People shouldn't live here, geologically
Yeah, probably.
speaking, or whatever.
It's not, it really doesn't want people here. It's kind
Yeah.
of like Louisiana. The hurricanes keep coming and they're like, we'll rebuild, and they're
Or
like,
Australia. It's hostile to human life. Yeah, maybe it's not at Australia levels, but still.
yeah. Yeah. Hose water at 27 Celsius is
If you
going to
must.
taste bad. That's true. It actually does go underground, so it is probably a little bit cooler than that. It's probably like 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, but it's uh it's not cold like it was up north. Up north, the water coming out of the tap was like, I don't know,
Frigid?
probably 15. I don't know. I don't know conversions. I don't know Celsius. I'm trying my best. I wish we used Celsius, guys. We don't want to use Fahrenheit. It's not our choice.
Oh no, God no! I'd
10
much rather use the one where 10 is, 10 of this is one of this, and 10 of this is one of this. That makes so much more sense than
Okay. The water
5,
coming out of
12,
the
and
tap in Chicago was about 7 Celsius, so about 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
yeah.
Sometimes it was colder. In winter, it was way colder than that. It was very close to freezing.
Australia's a delirium map. Yeah, good comms, +1. Honestly, +1 on the name as well. Ham and cheese.
too weak, too slow.
Okay, well, I'll just do that in my... No, I can't do that. The part of my brain that would do that, Healy, was damaged when I drank the sun-brewed tea. So,
True.
sorry. Yeah, when I went to Canada, like, I don't actually know what the Canadian dollar is worth to ours right now, but when I visited, my family and I went on a vacation there, and it was like everything was 1.5 times what it was in American dollars, in Canadian dollars, so that made it pretty easy to calculate prices of what things were, but... Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm going way off on a tangent of currency.
Oh no. I'm just completely outside this breach.
1 USD is worth 1.39 Canadian dollars.
Alright. Honestly, not as bad as I thought. Canada's doing alright.
Well, they're definitely doing better than here.
Yeah. I've been really pleased by how tanky this build is on top of everything else with it. Like, the clear has been pretty satisfying. It's very fun to play. Very smooth and steady. And fast. I mean, it's not slow. But it never gets slowed down, which is great. But then, tankiness, my god. I died in back-to-back maps yesterday. One time, like 2 deaths in back-to-back maps. I don't remember what killed me. I don't even remember anymore. But other than that, like, that's it for deaths and maps. Died some in the campaign. Trying to move a little too quick.
Quick and lethal.
Need to make more audiophile friends.
Oh yeah? Like people who
Yeah,
pay
I'm
for
just-
crystals to hook up to put into like plastic bags and tape to
Not
their
that
cables.
not the level of stupidity.
I
but
love
just
those
people who are
guys.
Very interested in it. Yeah.
Yeah, just people who are cool. I like people who are cool.
Yeah. You nailed it.
Thanks.
Just cool, not deranged.
Not doofuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't-
No, you're right.
don't do that stuff.
I know enough doofuses already.
Yeah. I know Labubu.
Hey, and I know you. Take that.
That name is.
It's working.
I don't
It's
know that
working.
going away.
I mean, it's gonna go away inevitably. When Labubu's go away. So when's that? Probably like 2-3 weeks? When New
Whenever
Thing
people
comes
get
out?
Tired of expensive beanie
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah, when New Thing comes out and they moved on to New Thing, as opposed to current expensive thing, they move on to New Thing, and New Thing is cool.
I guess.
Yeah, you know it.
Well, unfortunately, there's still stuff being posted as of like 3 days ago. So, oh, 1 day ago. Never mind.
Let's see, where's that boss? Maybe down south? Deep down south? Nope. Oh, east. I couldn't see him, a certain microphone was in the way.
It's just a person who's passionate about like good quality sound and
Yeah. Yeah,
and-
just somebody
and
who
the
cares about
entire music system, which
that.
I'm
Yeah.
just looking for a secondary mic interface because I have a nice mic that I'd like to hook up, but I'm on a different like workstation than Larold is when we're at the studio,
True.
and I don't really want to sit at Larold's workstation. That's like
For every time you want to talk, you don't have to come over here and push me out of the way.
no, and I don't want to set up there either.
Yeah, no kidding.
Too many monitors between the two of us.
True.
Yeah, I know they're snobs. I know.
Oh, tech
Well,
guys
not
definitely
all,
get
not
snobby.
all of them, though. Not all of them, because I would say,
That's why we summed it up as people who are cool. As people who are cool. Excuse me, I dropped my soda lid as I was trying to say that. Yeah. Gotta be cool guys who are cool.
What do you need?
Man, I haven't found a good quant tab in quite some time. I'm gonna have to do a run through. I've got a lot of tabs here to throw into the salvage bench and turn into who knows what, something.
I figured it out. It's a portmanteau. That's why I couldn't figure out what the actual word was. But I'm a selmier, not a sommelier, a selmier.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not.
And what's that
snobby
mean? You're
about
gonna
it. I'll
sell
use-
me a something?
No. It means it's a person who is an expert in the use and selection of different salt.
Oh, that is actually just true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep, pretty much.
But I'm not a snob because I will use table salt.
Yeah, there's a place for every kind of salt, even the cheapest, crappiest iodized salt. I wish that I was more into wine, but not really.
Spread the infection.
Yeah, we do need to get our sound levels a little bit better balanced because I definitely come in a lot hotter than you do. I have turned my mic down some and yours up some, but I'm trying not to like overdo it.
Too slow.
But I do know what you're saying. We're a little imbalanced.
I mean, I am using a really shitty headphone mic, so there's a reason for that. That's
Yeah.
why I'm looking for a new audio interface. His audio interface has multiple inputs, but I just don't want to set up at that workstation, so we're just looking for another one.
Yeah.
But you also have to consider we are talking over Discord, so there's that factor as well. Like,
True.
not only my input, but also Discord interfering and compressing the audio.
Yeah. I don't want to be rude to our Discord. We're very happy and proud. Blah, blah, blah. And we like it and think it's great. But,
It's doing its best.
yeah, but the audio could be a little...
And we
cleaner.
did upgrade
Yeah.
the audio is upgraded due to having server boosts.
Yeah, some server boosts, yeah.
It would increase more if we were level 3. The audio would.
Yeah.
It's funny, you don't get any audio boost at level 2, which we're also
Yeah.
not level 2. We
Yeah.
are level 1 because we have spent the other boosts on our server tag and what have you.
Oh, yeah.
But if we were level 3, which is just so much. I mean, I'm so thankful to the people who have boosted our server that have Nitro. Like, I know what it is to decide where to put your boosts, and we're really, really humbled by people choosing us.
Me
thank
too.
you so much.
Yes.
It would improve our audio quality to be level 3. You know, maybe at some point, if we're doing this full time, we'll just boost it to there if we don't get enough boosts from members, which,
This place
Yeah.
no.
seems twisted by
with this not
corruption.
being our full-time job, it's hard to justify that, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
Suffer! An easy trophy. A lock is little more than an invitation.
Would you agree with the sentiment that a lock is little more than an invitation? I don't know, I opened up a strong box and that's what my my ranger said. A lock is little more than an invitation. Alright. Very flowery language coming out of the lady that shoots stuff to death. I didn't realize she was a poet. On top of being a cold-hearted killer.
True. Hey, Lerald's Twitch will be probably affiliate after the stream today.
Yeah, that's true.
For the second time, you'll qualify for affiliate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was a long hiatus.
I'm not even sure how long at this point the hiatus was between like my like 2 rounds of streaming. I want to say like probably 9 or 10 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
One of those things that I did for a while and then just kind of
Some of our commenters are barely older than that.
yeah. One of those things I did for a while and was like, I should do more of that, and then just didn't, and then remembered like, oh yeah, that exists.
Spread forth.
Let's do that. It's enjoyable. I like this.
Barely broke a sweat.
What else am I gonna do? Sit and watch X-Files and play PoE while not talking? I don't think so. X-Files run out, you know. They only made so many of them. Which is probably for the best.
Probably. I think we need to increase the text size on that thumbnail from the Warrior Tankier video. But it is a good thumbnail.
I think you're
The
right.
text needs to be larger though.
Yep.
Like, you can't read it too well in mobile thumbnail.
I can't read it at all.
Hello and welcome to behind the scenes chat at Skipping Sleep.
Because I
Radio,
can't read.
Where Labubu can't read and the channel manager tells him, fix this.
That's right. That is pretty much how it goes. That's too small, can't read it. Okay. What should I make the font size be? 400?
Oh, I don't know what size it is right now. But
I don't
bigger
know
than
either.
that.
Double? Yeah. Alright, I'll double
More
it.
than that. Yeah. But it's a very interesting thumbnail that looks strange on mobile and would make me click it because I would be like, what is that?
What's that?
Yeah. It honestly looks like a stick figure both thinking and leaning down at the same time, even though
Yep.
it's...
Just like me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's right. Where's this boss at? North. Well, let's go south, see what's down here. Nothing. Alright. Oh, hold on. One exalted orb. Turn tail.
Oh, thanks, Ely. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
We're on our way, team. We're on our way.
That's right.
We did it, Reddit.
Yeah, we did it. Thank you, Ole. I agree. I think it's a lot more fun than just one person sitting in, you know. Alright, then I'm going to walk right on the screen. Okay, now I'm going to go north. Not that I don't also do that at times. Sometimes, it's this boss. I thought it was going to be the very attractive lady that's hanging out in the poop. The big swamp. Not this one. The worst boss in the game.
I appreciate that very much. Like,
Yes.
literally, we'll take anyone's spare booth. Literally,
Absolutely.
we appreciate them all. Both of ours are in the server as well because
That's
we're
right.
just like, well, we're always using this one to talk. We do. It's funny because the server, I actually made this server several years ago, and if you look at when it was created, it says it was created, you know, several years ago, but we didn't open it until this year, and people will
True.
be like, so it's been open this long and you only have this many people? It's like, but not really.
But not
It
really.
wasn't public.
Not really.
I didn't realize that it was going to show all that. I probably
have
would have
many
just made a new server and then opened it, but whatever.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, in hindsight, sure, we'd do that a little
Yeah,
differently,
now I
but
know.
you know what? Pandora's already out of the box, so just
That's right.
full send it.
I feel the same way about it as I do about this channel because I'm sure you may know this if you've been following us. I know Healy knows, but this is our second YouTube channel, so we got this one started super fast. We hit all the marks to have a custom URL and all that other stuff, which everybody gets that now, but it wasn't before. You had to work for it.
True.
You couldn't get ad
Really had
revenue
to
until you
grind.
had so many views and so many followers and so many whatever, and we hit all of that within like the first 29 days because we knew what we were doing this time. And so if I was to start another Discord server, that I would start with all the bot stuff first and make sure
Oh,
all
yeah.
of that is working and then press on.
Definitely.
We do get a lot of spam bots that try to join the server, and we've had a few Nitro spam bots that have joined, so those are things we've had to remove, but yeah, if you get a DM that says free Nitro, it's a scam.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always a scam.
Unless it's your friend
have many
messaging you and saying, hey, I bought this gift for you, and you can click the link to claim the gift, then yeah.
Although I have had friends randomly message me out of the blue with stuff, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure my friend got hacked, and then next day you
yeah,
get a
there's
message
that
from a friend,
too.
they're like, I'm sorry, I got hacked. And I was like, yeah, I didn't think you were randomly messaging me giveaway or horrible porn or whatever.
Oh, you've been. Oh, that's nice, Andy. I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you. We
We
love
appreciate
that.
it. I'm quite a bit more behind the scenes on that channel, although there are some channels or some videos that I've voiced on that channel.
That's true.
Narrated.
Yeah, narrated.
But yeah, I made that channel long before I met Lerold. So,
Yeah.
and then once I met Lerold, the content creation just sort of went into overdrive, and then you know, we were in day raiding guilds and stuff, and we were very
Yep.
busy. There was a lot of WoW stuff going on, but we don't do that anymore.
Honestly, that's okay. I'm okay with, like, there's a fun excitement that comes with doing the like high-end day rating. There's a lot of stress, and then there's also like, you know, it's basically like during the time when you're like really in it, it is an 80 to 120 hour week job.
Yep.
It's kind of like being a trial lawyer or something, where like, what is
Yeah, you
sleep?
pretty
I don't
much-
get
you
to do
start at
that for the
11
next
every
2
day.
weeks.
You start at 10 or 11 every day, and you continue gaming until at least 12 to 2 a.m. And then
Yeah.
after that, you can do as you please, as long as you show up at the right time the next day.
But usually, as you please means let's blast keys until you literally
Yeah.
can't stay awake anymore, and then wake up very tired and repeatedly do that. And I was usually a little more mature than most of the homeboys in the guild about being like, yeah, I'm gonna actually try and get some rest and be like crisp.
I already
Parade,
quit day raiding when I
but-
met Lerold, and Lerold was still day raiding
Yeah.
when I met him. And then he did that like off and on. I've been in all the guilds, but I haven't been day raiding with them.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that anymore.
It's
I had careers that were getting in the way.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's ultimately what it boils down to, unless you were like
I worked for a major
student.
news organization, which kept me very busy.
Yeah, if you're a student or you are in some way well off financially, or you just have like a very specific type of job where you have a lot of control over your schedule and you're able to just take off like weeks at a time every 8 months or whenever they put out a WoW patch,
Yeah.
you know, it's really hard to be able to do that. On top of the stress of like having a computer that works right and plays WoW well at the start of a patch with, you know, add-ons and weak auras that are of course required, and you know, all of that extra stuff. There's so many layers of things that go on in being like a high-level WoW player that are on top of being able to press the buttons good. It was a fun time. But you know, at least that level of WoW rating, I think I'm happy to move on from. It does seem like that, like a lot of the WoW community has moved on from that too. There really are not very many guilds in America, at least, that are doing that kind of 100-hour week approach anymore.
I'm interested to see what they do with Mythic Plus, since they're obviously doing something with it. I'm interested to see if we're gonna get like a group finder for it, or
That would be cool.
like,
Oh yeah, there was that questionnaire that they kicked out to longtime players or whatever. I don't think I got that email, but they sent out an email to a lot of people asking like,
and then they immediately broke the NDA and talked about it on the internet.
correct, like what would you do? Like I said, I didn't get that email, so I'm allowed to break NDA because it's not mine. I didn't sign one.
Same.
But yeah, like what would you know, what do you like about Mythic Plus? What do you like about the content you do in WoW? What would you change? That kind of thing. And like most of the replies seem to be people being like, yeah, I wish there was like more of a group finder for Mythic Plus, which I don't really know how I feel about that. Get matched up with somebody who has no enchants and gems, and they're trying to do like a key that is way above their capacity. Eh. It happens all the time, though, without a group finder, so what's the difference? See, I like learning the new dungeons each season. That's fun for me. It is frustrating once you've learned the new dungeons, you've got a handle on it, and everything's like
What luck.
cooking, copacetic, whatever. And you know, you're like over a month into a patch, and then somebody comes in and they are trying to do, you know, like whatever 10s or 12s or whatever. It's like the max level of the reward structure, and they definitely don't know any of the mechanics, and they didn't go like, well, I'll learn in some easier content. They're just like, I'm gonna go brick somebody's key for them. That is obviously annoying. I mean, that's the thing with a game like WoW, right? The best and worst part of an online game where you interact with other people is the other people.
True.
It's not negative. I said best and worst. It's both. You know. Hell is other people. Heaven is other people too. It's just about the right or wrong people, and I think a lot of it boils down to your perspective and you know,
Quick and lethal.
remembering why you're there in a dungeon in the first place. Bows feels so good. Bows feels so good in this game.
Prepare yourself.
I do wish there were more skills to use with them, and I really wish Ice Shot was maybe like a little better and available earlier. Like I don't like having to wait until like Act 3 to start using Ice Shot. I wish I could use that at like level 2. It's a pretty nice map, though. Full of Abyss monsters. Overrun. Yeah, I think it's like that for a lot of people in different MMOs, you know? Lots of, like, online communities, you know? You have a group of people that you like gaming with. You're lucky enough to find, like, a stable group of people who you want to hang out with over the years.
Boy, I wish I had,
A stable group? Yeah.
yeah, stable group. It's just, everything is so chaos now. It's,
We live in a world of chaos.
yeah.
An easy trophy.
Speaking of chaos, I am getting shoved around by these breach monsters.
Stay light. Stay alive.
I know my bag is full of garbage. I gotta clear that out and come back and reloot this later. I'll do it after.
Stay light. Stay alive.
I can't help myself. Even though I know my bag is full, I still try to pick stuff up. Alright, that pretty much takes care of that breach. Now's as good a time as any to go empty this crap out of my bag. I definitely am picking up too much garbage. Yeah, I gotta turn my loot filter up again. Trash, trash. Junk, junk, junk. Okay. Can't be stopping mid-map to dump trash
How
out of
dare
my
you.
bag. That's no good. Yeah, it's not good at all. Highly inefficient. I agree with that. I definitely love, like, that's one of the better things in PoE 2. Obviously, Ange, the trading is amazing in PoE 2, but yeah, just the whole, like, getting as many maps or portals as you want. in your maps. Like that's pretty nice. It kind of makes sense why it's not like that in PoE 1, because, you know, they don't have the limited number of portals. I mean, I guess there's a finite number of portals, but you don't lose portals, like, based on the number of mods on the maps. And if they did that, if, you know, 6 mod maps in PoE 1 had 1 death and it's over, people would riot, including me. I would riot. What's a perfect orb of transmutation worth? Like an exalt? Yeah, I'm not going to waste an exalt on a strongbox full of maps, but I will clear it out.
No mana.
Where them boys at?
Hiding from you.
They really are. Oh, no. No. I got a double open strongbox. Oh, it's annoying. I feel an obligation to clear it because it is a bunch of maps. But I didn't want to. No, it's okay. I'm suffering from success and then complaining about it. Nice. All right. You know what? That was actually worth it. What was that, like 15 maps out of that one box? Some of them are Delirioso. That's pretty good. All right, let's go, big guy. Time to die. Holy moly. Yeah, I don't know, man. I got told that this build was bad and that poison is bad and that anything that isn't a lightning arrow deadeye is bad and that I'm not having fun, but I feel like I disagree. I definitely agree with that. I don't like dying in PoE 1. I'm not thrilled with a
Acceptable.
6 portal defense build. Never have been a fan of that, but you know, I still don't actually want to play hardcore. This is nothing. This is nothing, but I'm going to throw it in here and pretend it's something.
I have no idea.
That's annoying because that's not like great mods, but they're great mods. They're not great rolls on the mods, and the base is bad. So I have no idea what this would be. If it were on a good base, we'd be talking. Maybe. Maybe not.
Someone is bound to
Post
buy
it for nothing and just see if anybody who is desperate wants it. That's
I
junk.
have many sir.
Minimum roll quant tab. I'll still use that at some point, I'm sure. Saw a good Reddit post earlier. I haven't even played hardcore that much. I think I've never made a hardcore character in PoE 1. I did one through like halfway through Act 1 in PoE 2. I was like, let's try hardcore solo self out. Now it's doing like Lightning Arrow, Deadeye. This is an 0.1, just like as a fun thing for myself. And I got killed in whatever the town is. Ogum Village. Yeah, I got killed by one of the jumping, or Ogum Farmlands maybe, one of the leap slam bird guys. I thought I rolled out of the way, and I didn't. He jumped on my head and killed me, and I was like, yep, that's probably enough hardcore PoE 2 for me for an entire lifetime. Don't you think? Like I've got softcore brain. And that's okay.
I played hardcore in D3 for a little bit, and then I was like, oh, I hate this. Never mind.
Yeah, I think I did one character hardcore D3. This is like
I
shortly
did
before
one
we met.
character, and that was when like what's his name, Deadmau5 was going through hardcore games and playing with people, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try for EDM
Yeah,
in support of EDM.
in support
but then
of
I did it, and
EDM.
I was like, yeah, no, I still can't. I still don't like it.
This is lame.
I don't like it.
It's just not for me.
And then I looked up a bunch of videos on hardcore Diablo, and I wrote in their comment sections about how I didn't like it.
And about how they're not having fun.
That's right.
Look, I think the thing that I said the first time around is like the best summary, right? Like, you can tell me that you're not having fun. You can not have fun. That's fine. You can say to me that you're not having fun. That's okay. You're not gonna convince me that I'm not having fun. That's not gonna work. It just isn't gonna happen. Let's see. All right, that's the end of that breach. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and turn. I haven't looked at this filter at all. What did I filter out? Bit of junk. All right, cool. Still seeing currency items, so should be good. When did I last touch this filter? 5 days ago. It's probably fine.
Burst! Out of mana.
Oh, almost missed this guy to the south. Yeah, that guy right there, that bird guy is what got me the one time I played like a minute of hardcore.
I shall overcome.
All right, we got ourselves a nice little swarm down here. Excelente. I think I just missed my last 4 shots in a row. I'm a skilled marksman. Thought I'd killed everything in this pit for sure. I guess not. Got lots of guys coming out of the pit. Ooh. Nothing good coming out of that chest though. Nothing breaking through the loot filter. All right. Wow, that was a pretty good arrow. Just cleared out like an entire like room or whatever hallway full of guys. Yeah, this game is hard enough. You don't need hardcore on top of everything else.
Quick and lethal.
All right, last guy. Hit the deli portal, end button, and give me some emotions. That's it, really? Oh well. Next one will be better, I'm sure of it.
If you must.
All right, bit of junk. Wow, all of these tabs are blank, huh?
Shipment sent.
Hot damn. 2 chaos. I'm rich. Wow, 2 7% quant tabs. All right. Complaining works. I've often said this. I say it all the time, really. Complaining works. You complain to the game about how it's not giving you stuff you want, and it'll start paying off. cleared out most of this area of cleansed maps. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. I did deli mirrors in this area because I thought maybe the emotions would pay off or whatever, and I think I got like what, 1 divine, although that might have been in a different area. But yeah, I don't know if they're worth it. It's not like they slow clear down in a meaningful way. They might even speed it up with giving more stuff to poison and chain off of.
This is all in your head.
But then you get this. You get to turn every map in the game into Hazy Maze Cave. Honestly, I just want an MTX. Like, I would pay through the nose. Is that a saying? I would pay through the
Yes.
nose.
No.
I don't know what it means, but I would do it. I would pay a lot
Mm-hmm.
to be able to just turn off the funky, unfun aesthetic. His mechanic's solid.
Suffer!
Yeah, this is better. Uber strict, no problem. I mean, I'm not picking up things like mana catalyst or whatever, which I guess I don't need to. Those things are like 6 or 8 of them to an exalt. I can just farm like 10 exalts and then buy all of the ones that I would ever need. There's a little part of my brain that says like, oh, if you don't pick up those things, then that are worthless right now, they're gonna go up 100 times in value in a week, and then you're gonna regret it. But that's probably not true.
I can take you.
Alright, let's kill this guy. I think we'll finish this map up and do like one more, and then I think that'll probably do us for the day. Would love to get some food, you know? It's necessary for life. Can't live without it.
We're also still trying to figure out what time of day we want to stream. Like, if we do consistent streaming, we're just not
Yeah.
sure what time is going to reach the most audience. I mean, for WoW, it's probably nighttime US, but for
Yeah.
Path of Exile, it seems like it's middle of the night US and like morning / afternoon EU.
Yeah.
We do have a considerable portion of our viewers on YouTube for Path of Exile watching from the EU, mostly Germany.
True.
So, yeah. So that's a consideration when we're trying to figure out when to stream consistently so that people know when to find us. But right now we're sort of like a pop-up stream, you know? Pop-up
Oh,
shop.
absolutely.
So, you never know. You might catch us. You might be lucky. You might see us.
That's right. I do like the idea of making Delirium be very pretty. I think that's kind of more in keeping with the concept of Delirium too, rather than like a hideous black, gray smoke monster. Which, I get it, like that is an aesthetic that makes sense and works. But what if Delirium was more like, everything is like blooming and like bleeding extra color around the edges, like hyper saturated? Not just oversaturated, but like really saturated. I guess I would probably cook graphics cards. But Delirium kind of does that already, so what's the difference? Everything was just like ultra saturated. They went with the like, what is his name? Dagoth Ur? No, that's not it. The trickster god from Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Where everything's like super, super bright. Not pastels though, like very bright, solid colors that are verging on like iridescent butterfly wings and stuff.
Quick and lethal.
We got, what, one guy to kill back at the start of the map? Exactly. Offensively colorful. Because, yeah, Delirium right now is depression. That is exactly what it is. Huh. He's, like, perfectly in between the two spots. Isn't that fun?
Suffocate.
Nice. Oh, excellent. And I love to finish up on an Abyss spot. I really do like Abyss, especially on this build. I didn't include this in the latest video. Meant to. Sunset even mentioned it, and I just completely forgot to like write it down and put it in my notes, and I was in such like a frenzy to talk about the build at the time that I just skipped right over it. But playing the old build, playing the fire build, computer, fans, GPU, worrying a lot. Very, very excited by the build. Very happy that I was playing a fiery build. This build, computer is like chill. Not blasting my fans all the time. I think my graphics card is probably like a solid 10 degrees cooler playing this build than it was the old one. Wouldn't you agree? The GPU is not anywhere near as angry with this build as it was before.
Yeah, I mean,
What
it's
do you need?
it's not as hot in that room anymore. It's a little less hot, and B, I'm not hearing the wave of the all-in-one cooler, like, oh no, I need to catch up and
Oh yeah.
cool things down.
Yeah, because my GPU was kicking into overdrive, kicking the fans on up into overdrive a lot before. I have no idea what I would want to do to make this good. It really just isn't very good, is it? No, unfortunately, it's not.
Abort.
I serve.
Yeah, we'll vendor that 5k gold. I'll take 5,000 gold. All right, what's a
Okay.
good, a nice little map to wrap up on? Just something nice. The assembly?
Nice,
No,
like a little bow on
not
things.
that.
Little nice little bow.
That's right. Labobo.
Labobo.
Here we go. We got a boss. We got a bunch of mechanics. It's Grimhaven, which is a layout that I kind of like. That's a perfect spot. Let's go blast some fellas.
There, I've updated your Discord name.
Labobo. All right, see?
That's right.
It didn't even last through the stream.
Yeah, well, we're not infringing on a copyright, you know.
Quick and lethal.
I wasn't infringing before. I was double L Labubu. That's not anything.
It's too similar and it's pronounced the same.
Yeah?
You were Yabubu? Is that what you
Yeah,
were
it was
saying?
Yabubu.
Okay, okay.
Oh, what? Their attorneys are gonna hunt me down and take my kidneys out?
Yeah, probably.
Alright, well. I need
Turn them
those.
into little charms that people clip to their handbags.
I need those kidneys for soda.
Alright.
That's like my one of my dumb consumerist aspects of my personality, I suppose, is that I love soda. But then the other dumb consumerist thing that's part of my personality that I love is that I like tea. So it's like, it really is just beverage related stuff. It's beverages all the way down, folks.
Can't save you now.
I don't even dislike water. Water's good. Oh, come on. There we go. Although I'm not going to claim to be a water expert like I am a soda and tea expert. I've become a fan of coffee, but no expert on that either. I just use the immersion therapy method or exposure therapy method over and over again with coffee and, what, like olives? I was always like, I hate them. I think they're gross. Just suffer through it for a while, and now I'm a big fan. Olive man who likes coffee, but really is an expert on tea and soda. That's it. That's the Larold experience.
Wish I had some almond milk. I could actually go for a coffee right now.
Yeah. That would be nice. Yeah, and for what it's worth, I am a decaffeinated, or no, not decaffeinated. No, not decaffeinated.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Sugar-free soda man.
Yeah.
I do like the caffeine, though. I will not be giving that up. And that's a hereditary thing, too. I learned that from my parents, so, you know. That's about their only... I won't even insult it by facetiously calling it a vice. It's not a vice. It's a thing that's good, and they like it, and that's it. That's the whole thing with caffeine. Caffeine is good. You can't even pretend that there's anything bad about it. It would be disrespectful. Got him. Damn. That is a satisfying pop. Alright, come on out. Come on out and die. Oh. That's it? Alright, a Regal Shard. Oh boy, I'm rich now. Wow, you know what? Living in a very hot part of the world, I haven't really had hot chocolate in ages. It hasn't really been hot chocolate weather.
That's not true. It was quite cold this last winter here.
Alright, you got me. It was cold
It's
last
quite
winter.
cold for Florida. I mean, once you live here for a long time, you're... Okay, I'm just gonna clear this up.
It
You're
is
not
cold relative to
used
Florida.
it being 35 Celsius or 90 degrees outside. You just learn how to stay indoors during the hottest parts of the day.
Pretty
more
much.
often. But as far as it being cold, usually, me personally, I have the windows open when it's cooler here in Florida.
True.
It was very cold this last winter for Florida. It was freezing. It snowed in parts of Florida.
Not our part of Florida.
Not the part we live in, but it snowed in parts of Florida, and it was very, very, very cold here.
It's true.
Again, for Florida. For Florida. Up north, Florida.
I know I'm not milking this breach for all it's worth, but I feel like that was kind of the end of the line over on that side of the breach. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we got a ritual here, and then probably a ritual over where that skull is, if I had to guess. Yeah, see, that's a real snow. I grew up in rural Georgia, so not really a place that got a ton of snow, but occasionally we would get, like, a couple of times during my childhood, we got, like, big snowstorms that, like, were enough to make it so that all the houses in the neighborhoods would be, like, without power for several days. That was fun. As a kid, that's fun, you know, as an adult, especially now. Even as a kid now, I think, with, like, video games and phones and all that, it would be pretty annoying, but, you know. 90s kids, so only 90s kids will get, only legends will get this, you know, that kind of type of deal. Running around, playing outside. No thanks. That sucks. Give me screen, please. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First. Can't complain.
Where's like the last guy here? Because we got like one guy to kill and then we get the chest. Yeah, right. And nothing is good enough to get through the loot filter. That's fine. That's totally fine. I had been running uber strict loot filter for a bit and then turned it way down doing the campaign on the Pathfinder, and I think I set it back to just very strict instead of uber. Forgot.
Too slow.
I can't wait for December. It'll actually be like nice outside every day.
I love that. Yeah, it's nice when it's
like 78 degrees.
exactly.
outside.
Exactly, just like a nice moderate temperature 100% of the time. What a time. I think this is the way to the boss. Yep, looks like it. Okay, what have we got here? We got pretty good omen and then a bit of junk. Defer. Pretty confident omen of the ancients is totally worthless, so we'll just be skipping that. These bases look like trash. Reroll. Oh, hold on. If I reroll, I'm gonna only have like 600 tribute. So we just buy. Buy.
Suffocate. Suffocate.
Okay.
Face me.
Oh boy. Look, if you can drive in a blizzard, you can drive, or after a blizzard, you can drive in anything, I suppose. Yeah, my idea of a blizzard and a Danish idea of a blizzard, I'm sure, are very different. For me, that's a blizzard, I think, you know, probably constitutes like 3 inches of snow or something. There's enough snow to see snow on the ground, that's like a novelty. And you can tell I'm not from the north because I like snow. I think it's fun.
No, I like snow.
Instead of a horrible inconvenience.
You know, I spent a lot of. We went up to visit family after moving to Florida. We went up to visit family a lot in Chicago and in Wisconsin, and it was like we went during the summer a couple times, but
Yeah.
mostly went during the winter.
Rather not break my back.
Yeah, makes sense.
It was easier to go during the winter because that, you know, most people didn't want to go visit during the winter, so it was cheaper. But yeah, I had to have like snow clothes for all those years going up there.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest inconvenience about living in places where it snows and there are blizzards are snow literally just closing down streets, which flooding does
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, true.
But the other thing is just how many layers you have to wear, and how much time it takes to clean all of that stuff because there's so many
I'll do
layers
what I
of
can
it.
to sell it for you.
Ah.
And it's all puffy and giant, and most of it has to be washed in like sets of 1 or 2. You can't really fit that many giant snow jackets into a wash at once. I don't know.
No. Yeah. I guess that's an inconvenience for sure.
I do prefer the weather here though. Even I wish it was a little bit more temperate like when we first moved here, but global warming's not real, guys, so it's definitely hotter now for some
So I've been
suspicious
told.
reason.
Yeah, so I've been told.
Some suspicious reason it's definitely hotter. But you know, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, skiing is fun. I do like that aspect of snow. Gotta give it up for skiing.
I'm actually looking at the temperature history report. I'm gonna look at the year I moved here and see what the average daily temperature was this month. Okay.
Hmm.
The average max temperature during this month in the year I moved here, which I'm not gonna
Yeah.
talk about on a
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
Was a maximum of
fact.
88 degrees.
Hot damn.
Yeah. Yeah, and it got colder faster. October was much cooler. November was much cooler. But I will say we still had some pretty hot Decembers. I remember one December
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve, it was snowing here. And like 3 or 4 days later, like it was incredibly hot and like insufferable outside again. That's like,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah. Huh. I just upgraded my Plague Bearer to level 20 so that, you know, it hit 21 with the Chaos Mastery support, and the damage it gained is much less than the 19 to 20, so I don't know that it's actually worth it. It's like 3 divides down the drain, but that's fine, you know. Gotta do these things to find them out. Yeah, I only gained like 700 more damage or something on it. That's pretty bad. Three divines. Yikes. Alright, well. Good to know, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure England's lovely. As long as you're in the right spots.
I really want to go to
Sure,
Ireland.
London's very
That's where my family's
posh.
from.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I think that'll do it for us for today. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. This was very fun. We'll definitely do more like this. I definitely feel like I learned some stuff about the gas arrow and the Pathfinder, you know, that was kind of hoping to check out. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, but the build is still very fun. Don't know what's going on with that shadow. Let's get away from him. But yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in. This is good.
I enjoyed giving a TED talk about sodas and sweeteners.
I also enjoyed talking about sodas and stuff. Yeah, I do have a Twitch channel. It's Larold Live. I think it's linked at all of our socials on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, it's linked right underneath the video in the description.
Yeah.
I guess I should add it as a command.
Yeah, might as well. And probably YouTube for the Twitch channel, I suppose.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know how
They're
you would
linked
get
on the
into Twitch with not
profiles,
knowing
but
about
yeah, I
the...
can
Yeah,
add the
true.
command.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what do you think? Food time? Food time, good time?
Yep.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have a good night.
See you
Or
next time.
afternoon or morning or whatever time of day it is.
Oh no, I was just saying bye.
All right. Okay. Bye.